Who do you know that needs to lose weight, feel great, and have their healthiest year ever? Well, I'm asking you that now because somebody may or may not have asked you that when you came into our office. But if you have been asked that, it's the reason why we have weight loss on our mind, correcting the metabolism, and just getting everything in gear and in alignment for our healthiest year ever. Everybody's been asking me, all right, enough with the holidays. It's time to get back to normal life, get my weight under control, get my energy back. And so I've dedicated this segment to addressing that. So I appreciate you for joining me today for our discussion on weight loss and metabolism. In this episode, we're going to be discussing some of the negative effects that being overweight have on your health on many different levels that I think that many of you are not even aware of. We know just in general that it's not healthy to be overweight, but how far reaching and on how many different levels I'm going to touch on briefly. And it's important because more than 40% of everybody that you and I know are either obese or on their way to becoming so. So obesity related conditions include heart disease, stroke, type 2 diabetes, and certain types of cancer. And these are the most, many of the leading causes of preventable and premature death. So most of it is treatable, preventable, reversible, and curable with the right approach. So medical costs, as you may or may not know, for people who are obese or overweight are much higher than people with healthy weight. On average, at least $1,500 more every year. So here's where it all starts and ends when it comes to weight loss, correcting your metabolism, losing weight, and actually keeping it off. That's the most important thing, right? So it comes down to something called adipose tissue. And adipose tissue is basically tissue in your body that's made up of fat cells. And what people don't know is that this is actually a major endocrine organ, and it produces many different hormones that regulate your body's metabolism. So this is pretty much, the fat mass. You may have seen this model in our office. This is a model of 5 pounds of pure fat. Now, it's not real fat. It's just a model. But basically, this is an endocrine organ. And basically, many different hormones are controlled by the fat cells. So it leads to different imbalances in the release of different hormones, which can have many different effects on your metabolism. And the complications of your metabolism going awry when it involves obesity, this is what is collectively known as metabolic syndrome. So it's basically when all the hormones go out of balance, and it leads to things like insulin resistance, impaired glucose tolerance, and type 2 diabetes. It also involves dysregulation of fat storage. So instead of your body being able to burn fat, which it would in most cases if we were, in alignment with our proper lifestyle, we have something called dyslipidemia, which means an increase in fat storage. It changes the way that your body processes the fat. And I want to talk about that also because you have the ability to flip the switch and take your body from storing fat and flip that switch into burning fat. And we're going to be talking about that a little bit more at the workshop. But, this all leads to more things like hypertension and increasing levels of inflammation, all contributing to the development of many different conditions, such as cancer, insulin resistance, diabetes, fatty liver disease, heart disease, osteoporosis, and sleep apnea. So insulin and leptin are the two hormones that involve body weight regulation. So the hormone insulin, it's not only for blood sugar regulation, but it's also a hormone that signals fat storage. And leptin is also a hormone that's very important with your metabolism and weight regulation. And this is what's secreted from white adipose tissue, which is, the fat tissue, the fatty tissue, the fat cells. And that's really the main site for leptin expression. And leptin serves many different functions, but its most important role is in body weight regulation. So a permanent weight loss strategy, if you want to lose the weight and keep it off, it starts with correcting the cause of a weight gain and fat storage problem, which is a hormonal problem. And this is what wrecks your metabolism. This is why so many of you have lost 15 to 20 pounds in the past, only to gain it all back and then some. It's because the metabolism, again, which is the cause, was never corrected. So to correct the metabolism, you must address the hormonal imbalance. And this starts with insulin and leptin. So when it comes to do's and don'ts involving these hormones and fat burning and correcting the metabolism, here's a couple of do's and don'ts. Real simple. Don't just reduce sugars to control your blood sugar, to control insulin. We've talked about that in the past in some of the other segments in our diabetes workshop. But you have to control all of the carbs. Anything that provokes an insulin response needs to be addressed. So that's number one, don't. Number two is a do. Do reduce and eliminate all carbs, including grains. Now, we want to focus our meals mostly on proteins, good fats, and veggies, and low sugar fruits. And you'll get all of the energy that you need from your good fats, from your veggies, from your low sugar fruits. Plenty of carbs in there, but they're good carbs. They're healthy carbs, and they don't provoke the same insulin response that greens and other complex sugars do. So once normal insulin and leptin levels are achieved, your body is on its way back to correcting its metabolism and on its way back to burning fat instead of storing it. And I hope that makes sense. And the third thing that I want to mention is don't exercise too much or too long. Over-exercising doesn't promote fat burning in and of itself. You may lose weight with vigorous exercise, but it's usually losing water and muscle. And that's not a great thing. That's not a good thing at all. So we want to avoid that. So a good fat burning exercise strategy has to be implemented in order to create a post-workout hormonal response. And this is what's going to leave your body burning fat instead of storing it. And again, this is exactly what I'll be covering in the workshop coming up here in a couple of weeks. Some of our most successful outcomes with patients actually involve no exercise at all. And I'll share a couple of those testimonials with you right now.
Hi, my name is Raquel Fenard. I've been on the program for 43 days, and I've lost a total of 18 pounds. I feel fabulous. One of the great things about this program is that you get to weigh yourself every morning, and it's not disappointing. And when you do have any type of hiccup on the program, it's not a problem. Just contact someone, and you will get an answer that's great. So by the time you're done, you get to this point, you really feel good.
Thank you.
All right. Hello, my name is Tim Kennedy. In the first 40 days of this program, I lost 35 pounds, exactly where I wanted to be. I got off my blood pressure medicine, I got off my cholesterol medicine, and I got off my heartburn medicine, and I feel wonderful.
My name is William Hogan. I started the program on December 9th, and by January 19th, I had lost 43 pounds.
Woo!
I'm 1 point from being taken off of insulin, and I've dropped my blood pressure medication from 40 milligrams to 10 milligrams. And hopefully within the next 2 weeks, I'll be completely off of blood pressure medication.
That's amazing. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. Just wanted to share some of those testimonials. Some great outcomes. Real people got great results, and they did their part. We do our part. We make sure that we guide all of our patients through this. And again, we'll be talking more about all of this at our upcoming fat burning fitness workshop. You can learn at that event how to lose your fastest 15 pounds ever. The top 3 fat burning supplements we'll be talking about. How to reverse diabetes, lower your A1C and blood sugar. How to have better energy than ever. How to prevent Alzheimer's, cancer, liver, and heart disease, and how to improve your energy by 30 to 50%. So again, we're going to cover all this and a whole lot more at our Fat Burning Fitness Workshop. It's coming up Monday, January 10th at 5:45. So go ahead and get registered because it's filling up fast. This is probably our most popular and most well-attended workshop of the year. Everybody's getting in gear. They want to have their healthiest year ever. So please make sure you get registered, your friends, family members, loved ones, just get registered. Click on the link below. It'll take you to Eventbrite. Make your reservations there or call our office at 954-472-6002. If you're watching this in the jump seats or in our office, walk up to the front desk now. Put your name down. Make sure that you get a seat saved. The seating will be limited. So I look forward to seeing you there. I love and appreciate you. God bless.